This is Uncle Momo's music reaction channel where I provide my views on talented artists from around the world, both established artists and non-established artists, and I will promise you that you won't be disappointed whatsoever. So why don't you come and join me in discovering amazing, talented artists and bringing it to the forefront of my channel for us to view. Now, my next reaction of today, we are staying over to the UK. And when I say the UK, it means Ren. Who else? Now, I've reacted many moons ago of Violet's Tale. And I have not reacted to Jenny's Tale. Have I seen Jenny's Tale? Yes. But I have not reviewed it. There's a number of songs that I've gone into Ren's catalogue and The Big Push that I've checked out myself and thoroughly enjoyed. And I said, well, I can't react to these things because I've already seen it. And I've had so many comments after reacting to Sick Boy and Hi Ren and Genesis and so many others. And have you checked out I Shot the Sheriff and Bunga Bunga? Oh my gosh. Just check it out. I'm not saying to have a one-day binge of Ren's track, but if it's a Sunday and you ain't got nothing to do, go for a binge of Ren's track. Go right back into his catalogue. Just the other day, I went into Ren's channel and went right to the bottom 5 years ago. And there was the young Ren, and he was I believe he was sitting on his porch with his guitar and he's rapping and singing. But the very, 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 very young Ren. And I was going to react to that. I thought, no. So I'm going to react to review Jenny's Tale on the back of, I was having a seesaw moment of, well, look, I've seen it, so I don't understand what, you know. If you've seen it, you can't react to it, you know? But I've got a number of recommendations saying, look, you've got to. You know, we need you to see, you know, we want to see you watching Jenny's Tale and various other things that you've already seen that you haven't actually uploaded onto the YouTube. So here we go. Ren, Jenny's Tale. If you haven't done already, please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification button to indicate to you when my next uploads will be. Also, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. That's where I post a hell of a lot of Ren's material, where, you know, what he's doing, what he's up to. Check it out on Facebook, check it out on Instagram, whatever, and Discord as well. I leave Ren's details for Discord. So there's a lot of people that have not yet joined Ren on his Discord, so I'll leave that there. All it is Ren Makes Music, and find it on Discord, and there you go. Actually, it's the same thing with his Instagram and his Facebook. So if you're having problems locating Ren on his Facebook or Instagram or Discord, it's Ren Makes Music, all in one word, and then you find it. If you just try and find it, Ren, you're not gonna find it. Seriously. So there's a little bit for you. I'm sure it's gonna be. I'll leave all the description down in the details page anyway. So without further ado, you know what we're here for. Great vocabs and damn good video audio music. Can you dig it? I think the intro is the part that gets you in your seat. Definitely.
It was a quiet dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny walked alone, she was dragging her feet. She was heading back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before. She wanted to escape.
So
Can you blame?
So I'm going to press it right there. It's more than a song. It's more than a story. It's more than a character. It's just much more. And it's so much more that it's a relaxation on this thing. You can hear in his vocals. is singing, talking, telling that story. There was, back in the day, and I'm talking to my older generations, the 45 plus, there used to be a thing on, I think, the BBC called Jack and Nori. I'm a storyteller, and my stories must be told. Just the beginning part of that. Remember, there was a man in sort of like a Robin Hood kind of, it was a cartoon, Man in a Robin Hood outfit, and he had his little, I think it was a bandula kind of guitar kind of thing. I hope I'm getting the name right, bandula. Let me know about it. And he was just in the forest, just like, you know, telling his story. This part just there just reminds me of that. You know, that he's telling his story. I'm a storyteller, and my story must be told. It's going to absolutely, you know what, I'm expecting a number of you oldies to say, oh my gosh, Uncle Momo, how old are you? But yeah, he's that modern day storyteller, which there's not a lot around. There's singers, yeah, but they're not storytellers. They're so flamboyant and effects and all this and all that. But Ren is a true storyteller. It really is. And it's a natural thing. His natural ability is he wants to put this in a format of storytelling. And if you've seen it with all his tracks, even his latest one, Sick Boy, Hybrid. But if you go back, they're all storytelling. And that is his art form. It's not about presenting a music format, it's a storytelling format. And I feel that that's where so many people, especially over in America, who have not really been hit with that format before or for a long time, where they feel like, well, this is unusual. Wow, what is this? I can't put this in kind of trying to pigeonhole it and all that kind of stuff, but still appreciating what Ren's doing, don't get me wrong, you know, because he sticks out from the norm. But which is the norm, because everybody is experiencing some shape or form of what Ren's subject titles matters are dealing with. Regardless of what subject, in some points of his collection, there's always some kind of point of reference where you can point to yourself and say, wow, you know, it's almost telling my story. Or wow, I've had that similar kind of, you know, like there's so many songs out there like that. But like I said, he's the storytelling rather than being the entertainer. I don't know, does that make sense to you? I'm going to go back, yes I do it, like, that much. To about say, here.
Can you blame? Well, on the very same night, in a different place, there was this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years old and out of his brain, he'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James, he grew up to be a kid of the street. His mates called him Screech, he was quick on his feet. He was a liar, a thief, at 14 years old, the devil had set his sights on his soul. As Jenny walked home all alone, she felt scared. Usually she was alright, but it was like there was something in the air. A divine intervention telling her to beware. Maybe intuition bogging her and making her so scared. Sirens sound in the distance at the beat of Jenny's feet. A symphony of the night that echoes crime on London streets.
Wow.
Jenny turns a corner, their eyes they meet. Our poor girl Jenny, a boy named Screech. Give me all your money, bitch, give it to me. If you cooperate, then you'll soon be free. I want your purse, your phone, don't fucking look at me. I mean it, bitch, are you listening to me? Jenny freezes statue like a lady shakes stalactite. Feel like liquid nitrogen in the dark night. She tried to find strength to move, but stayed as still as a statue in high-heeled shoes. What the hell you playing at? You playing games with me? I swear to fucking God, I'll slice the rosy off your cheeks. You think I don't mean it, though? You don't know me. The last thing you see will be a boy called Screech. Reach with the sheath of the blade, with the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete. And he swung possessed with the devil in his chest. And the statue she was turned to butter in her breath. It was a quiet dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny lay still on the cold concrete. She's found somewhere to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, 'cause she'd walked here about 1,000 times before. I guess that she escaped. It's such a shame.
Wow. So that was Ren with Jenny's Tell. I am going to react to Screech Tell after a couple of days' time. I've seen it, but I'm going to react to it anyway. Like I said to you before, he's a modern day storyteller. Seriously. And the way how he almost possesses himself in the characters when he's telling you these stories. And then you see how quickly he comes out of that character and zone into another character to tell a different angle or different dimension of the story. The talent that I see oozing out, which is absolutely remarkable because I haven't seen it be done before. You know how hard it is to play the guitar, right? Right, we know that. But to have a different kind of synchronization with the guitar, where you're strumming at the dun 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 dun, and you're singing and talking on a different pace. That's almost like patting your head, rubbing your tummy, and then something else. You know how hard it is to pat your head and rub your tummy, and then you got to get used to it and everything else. So imagine playing the guitar and sing. You got to get used to that. Sometimes you sing within the time, the measurement, and it works for you. Or sometimes you sing it so slow, a couple of chords, but bring, I went ba 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 bam, bring da 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 da. But Ren is doing dun 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 dun, but he's doing all different kind of structures and pattern and flows in his in vocals and in rapping, and he's still playing the guitar in a different set speed. He's and then he's putting the character on it. He's almost doing like 4 different things at the same time to give us that one performance. And that's like water off a duck's back. That is sheer talent. So just looking at the schematics of things, without the title, without that, he incorporates 4 different things in just a one performance with him and just the guitar. I've seen it so many times, the bongo man, the I Shot the Show, he does it throughout. That's his form. I mean, I'm not saying that's his format, but that's what I'm seeing as a regular thing, a regular structure that I have not seen before. I've seen people play guitars before, loads of times. I've seen people, but it's always within a time. There's always a time in there. He's out of time all over the place. There's certain times when I thought, how does he play that chord and do da 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 da? It's like your brain is working on a different kind of F altogether. It completely is. And then might as well add on, now you add on the lyrical contents and the melody structure and everything else, and it's just like, wow. It really is. I hope that the torch doesn't burn out, that you won't run out of things to say, that there always will be a topic, always going to be a subject that you can highlight and throw into the faces of millions. There's a number of people that's concerned about yourself getting a major label, signing to a major label. I think that there's so many people that want you to be independent because they feel that you being independent will make you free of what you want to say and direct it at anybody who you want to say it to. But you've had the taste of the record label, and you are more experienced than many because you've been in that life and you've done it. So I'm sure you know what exactly you want to do, and I'm sure you know that you've got the whole world supporting you on that factor. And so until then, I salute you. Boom!
Jenny lay still on the cold concrete. She's found somewhere to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, 'cause she'd walked it about 1,000 times before. I guess that she escaped. It's such a shame.